You're gone and I gotta stay.
Hi, I'm Michael Havis, and I'm here just outside of Burgail, which is just along the coast from Praia da Luz, where Madeleine McCann disappeared. Now, there have been some recent claims from a missing child investigator, Paulo Cristoval, and a former cop he is as well, that somewhere along this coastline there are submerged underwater caves where the body of Madeleine McCann might have been hidden. Now, I can tell you, having just walked here, that this is very rugged terrain. It's very difficult to get over, and I think that's part of the reason why, when I've just talked to one local about the case, he told me that the notion of Madeleine McCann being brought here and hidden in one of these caves was rubbish, to put it in his own words. And yeah, it's easy to see how this would be a challenging piece of ground to conquer, especially when you've got a child to carry as well.
The MADDIE Caves, is this really where to look for Madeleine McCann? Madeleine McCann went missing from the Portuguese resort of Praia da Luz while her parents dined nearby on the evening of May 3, 2007. A missing child investigator, Paulo Pereira Cristoval, recently revealed his hunch that she was hidden mere miles away in Burgail. Taking her east would bring you towards the busy town of Portimão, he reasoned, so it would make sense to head west. There, he said, near Burgail, were underwater caves that could hide the child had she been cast into the sea. Daily Star Online visited the village to investigate the theory and found locals were baffled by the theory. One longtime resident said the only caves he knew of were above sea level and a nightmare to get to. He told Daily Star Online, "I know one cave that I used to play when I was a kid. But it's not easy to get there. We found the route there marked by challenging hills and steep cliffs, difficult terrain by day and forbidding by night. And a car can't help. The cliffs closest to the west of Burgail are only accessible on foot and locals knew of no caves to the east. None of that recommends itself to a kidnapper under pressure, which might be why locals are skeptical of Madeleine being hidden near Burgail." One told Daily Star Online, "It's completely rubbish. It's very difficult ground by yourself. Carrying a body? Forget about it. And if there are underwater caves nearby, casting someone into the sea in the dead of night is not without challenges." A beach to the west of town, the Praia das Cabanas Villas, offers easier access to the sea for someone driving. But reaching deeper waters means carrying a child over the slippery rocks at the beach's edge by moonlight. It also doesn't explain why a kidnapper who doesn't yet know they're wanted would abduct a child and immediately abandon them. Nonetheless, there are reasons to believe Mr. Cristoval's theory that whoever took Madeleine McCann would have headed west out of Praia da Luz. One local with knowledge of the case noted that heading east would also mean heading towards the nearest police presence, the cop shop in nearby Lagos. Mr. Cristoval, explaining his theory to the Mirror, said he reached his conclusion about the caves by climbing into the shoes of somebody who had just taken a child. He said, "To the east are people, buildings and a higher chance of detection. By heading west there is wilderness and it is a short walk to these rocks.